W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of A Memoir of My Former Self, A Life in Writing, by Hilary Mantel. Narrated by Aurora Dawson Hunte, Anne Enright, Bill Hamilton, Lydia Leonard, Ben Miles, Nicholas Pearson, Sarah Waters, and Jane Wymark.
Editor's note. When Hilary Mantel died unexpectedly in Budleigh Salterton, Devon, in September 2022, she was a week away from moving to Kinsale, Ireland, a reconnection with her Irish Catholic roots. She and her husband Gerald McEwen had bought a house with views over the surrounding countryside. At the heart of this collection is a piece about the writer John McGahan, the great chronicler of Irish rural life in the shadow of the Roman Catholic Church. Their move to Ireland was also, in part, an attempt to re-establish European citizenship in the wake of Brexit. Here too can be found an essay about nationalism and identity, a theme that fed into Hilary's fiction, in particular her pinnacle achievement, the Wolf Hall Trilogy. Also in these pages is an essay about Jane Austen, a lifelong passion of hers. She had recently embarked on a novel, Provocation, that centred on the middle sister in Pride and Prejudice, Mary Bennet. At the time of her death, Hilary was a writer at the peak of her powers, one for whom fresh creative vistas were just opening up. Reading the entirety of Hilary's writing for newspapers and periodicals in order to make this selection has been a revelation. Despite being her book editor for the last 20 years, much of what I read was new to me. Her wicked sense of humour, which was a mark of her in Pearson, comes shining through many of these pieces. In fiction, writers tuck themselves away to various degrees, sometimes telling stories to escape themselves, even if they are hiding in plain sight. The story of Hilary Mantel is scattered throughout her novels. But in her journalism and essays, a full and exhilarating self-portrait emerges. She isn't afraid to lay herself bare. This book is organised with that in mind, a patchwork of a life revealing itself. Hilary loved newspapers. She talked about drenching herself in them. I can make any paper last 2 hours, and when I've finished, it's not fit for another hand. It looks as if a drunk has been making paper hats with it. As she explained in her introduction to Mantel pieces.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?